Hello everybody and welcome to my year in review. New Year's is my absolute favorite holiday. I love looking back on the last 365 days and taking a moment to just see how far we've come each time. I love the evening of celebration of another year around the sun and the hope that the next one will be just a little bit better than the last. This year marked a lot of changes in my channel with the replacement of my old non-gaming computer with a powerful machine designed for it. I started to play a lot more games, make a lot more videos, and switch editing software, but that's less important. Today, I wanted to take a short look at all that we've gotten up to this year. And if you're new to the channel, welcome! This is Legion of 141, and we play, film, and edit playthroughs of space games. January started off with a bang. With the beginning of KSP POV Season 3, we utilized all new analog tech IVA mods to start our agency and grind out some science. And in RP1, we did a full-length movie of a speedrun to show how to complete the first two programs as a way to restart our playthrough in a more efficient manner. And that's about it. We started the year off slowly, knowing little of the amount of work that was yet to come. In RP1, we went orbital for the first time in the season. And in POV, we started our MUN program. I also got my joystick at this time and began experimenting with planes a whole lot more, both in POV and RP1. I was flying high amongst the clouds with a lot more freedom of control. This reinvigorated my interest in planes, and from here on out, we'll be integrating them a lot more in our series. We continued our pursuit of the MUN in POV, this time getting Kerbals involved. In RP1, we aggressively completed 4 missions in one launch, nearly completing the whole program in a single episode. We also started Hydroneer. Although it's not a space game, I really do love automation and crafting games, so this was an easy decision. The Journey to Valcalidus, the Hydroneer DLC, dropped shortly after I started my series, so for the first week and a half of the month, I posted a new video almost every day leading up to the release, and then continued on as we discovered the new content together. In POV, we finally landed on the MUN, and in RP1, we threw some animals in space in the name of science. But most importantly this month, we upgraded our computer to an actual gaming computer and said goodbye to the days of the lowest graphic settings and 15 frames per second. Now we can easily run ultra settings and still get 60 FPS or more. This also kicked off our first episode of KSP 2, a game I had owned for a while by this point, unable to play, so I was very excited to try it out. Simpler times. I got one more episode out before the news about the possible shutdown broke, but I decided to continue on in the series as I had waited so long to play it. We also started the KXP series, which is still currently ongoing, a third-person perspective Kerbal series dedicated to exploring every celestial body and planting a flag. And because we have a better system, we also started another season of RP1, but this time with the ultra graphics of RSS Reborn. I did a short video showcasing the last update of Drift as well as looking at the next planned update. Pretty cool stuff, and hopefully I'll have some more news in the beginning of the new year. We also picked up a new game, Planet Crafter. We did a lot of episodes this month as we were super excited about it. It only got a few views however, so I decided to play it on my own. There's a handful of episodes to be watched though, and if it's something that we should have a revisit, let me know in the comments. And lastly, it was a busy month that kicked off an even busier year. We made it to 500 subscribers. I was so happy that I stormed a barn in a storm. It was a fun episode. You should check that out. We said farewell to Valcalidus and hello to the farming life. Channel membership and exclusive videos began. We picked up POV after a month being away from it, and we did our most advanced IVA mission to date. And finally, we rocked hard to the Duna soundtrack in KSP 2. We finished the storyline of KSP2 and concluded it for the time being. There are some mods that fix a lot of problems and add new features, and I'd be interested in starting another one, more challenging playthrough if people are interested. The development is over, but there are some pretty good mods out there, and I do know how to troubleshoot or adapt to most bugs I've encountered thus far, so it's still playable to me. If you're interested in that, let me know in the comments below. We expanded our farming efforts in Hydroneer. We started and completed a free game called Moonrunner that was surprisingly fun. Another new series started as we began to explore the world of Outer Wilds. We unlocked new fears every episode, it seemed like, as there are plenty of ways to die in space. And we also got Starship Simulator and did an episode of that, but not really setting it up to be a series, more just an occasional look at of the game. We're doing some serious work in RP1 as we do high flying and orbital missions. In KXP, we were all about tourism and pushing our way towards Minmus. We learned a lot more in Outer Wilds. And did another Star Sim video looking for a black hole. Most notably, however, is Season 4 of KSP POV started, and this is the season when we can actually take advantage of our new equipment as we begin doing our voiceover live and in the moment, allowing us to talk about specific things we are doing then. This series is also still ongoing, and is probably my favorite. We continue to push the boundaries in KXP, sending more Kerbals to Minmus than ever, and shortly thereafter missions to get them back. In Outer Wilds, we fell into the sun, and did the last episode of the year. I'd like to continue on with the series at some point, however I have so many plans coming up that I want to make sure that I can dedicate enough time and effort to each of them, and I don't want to get bogged down by having too many. But nonetheless, I have tucked this safe away in my library until then. If y'all are interested in me completing it, let me know and I'll move it much closer to the front. We return to Volcalidus to spend our hard-earned tokens, build our dear friend a house, and say goodbye to the locals for now. This was also the last episode of the year. I still have one more episode left to go, but a lot of work needs to be put into it before it comes out, so I'll also be putting this one on the shelf for when I have more time. Once again, if you want me to push this one up forward a little bit more, let me know in the comments. In KSP POV, we killed Jeb, so back to the basics, and this time with safety in mind. And there was something else. What else there? Oh yeah, I almost forgot. We traveled all around the world visiting every single POI on Kerbin in the land-sea-air vehicle known as the Phileas Fog. Over 90 hours of footage condensed into a cool 2.5 hour presentation. Grab yourself a snack and check that out when you get the chance. Having gotten a bunch of games during the Steam summer sale, I decided to dedicate the spooky month to some spooky gameplay. The first day we did the entirety of the game We Went Back, a free game on Steam. And then for the rest of the month it rotated between two games, Soma and Moons of Madness, coming out every other day until completion in the final week. I also had a face cam throughout it, so if that's something you're interested in, go check them out. On Halloween, I did a final thoughts and review video on both Moons of Madness and Soma. Lots of spoilers there, so be warned. I meant to intersperse more Kerbal episodes throughout the month, but only managed one POV where we flew some planes safely. Having had a much needed break from KSP, the Around the World challenge really burnt me out to the point I didn't even want to look at another Kerbal. I came back more invigorated than ever. In KXP, we send Jeb to go grab everyone from Minmus in preparation of the next major mission of the exploration series coming in December. In POV, we threw some probes at the Mun, completing our first Mooner program with the help of a multi-probe mothership called the Prion 1. Also, we used a much more advanced probe control room. We restarted our RP1 and RSS Reborn series, again, this time focusing on pursuing the path of the Heavy Satellites program, and once again trying to use my time and resources more efficiently. This series is also still currently ongoing. Lastly, which is funny because it was the first thing of the month, we started a playthrough of Satisfactory. I have been absolutely loving this game and wish I could post it more frequently, but I do like the idea of a stable, set, satisfactory Saturday schedule going into the new year. But let me know if you want to see more of this. I've been doing pretty well in my personal playthrough, so I can make a lot more progress if it were to come more frequently. Duna time is upon us in KXP, and we're going to throw everything we've got at it. Except we're playing with remote tech, so to avoid the probe problems, we're starting off with Kerbals. This is only the beginning of the Duna project I have in the works, and I'm excited to show you what I've done in the new year. In POV, we put Kerbal boots in the Mooner dust on 2 occasions, Valentina avenging Jeb in the only way she knows how, planting a flag in space. Bob dedicates a swing to him as well. In Satisfactory, we wish you a very Merry Fixmas as we do a whole episode dedicated solely to the holiday event. And on the 25th, we kicked off the Heavy Satellites program of RP1 with a short and sweet orbital launch, which marks the new chapter of our RP1 journey, as it is all uncharted territory from here on out. Well, that brings us to now. Or, if you're watching the future back then, I guess. However you want to look at time, thank you for letting me inhabit your space. Thank you for watching this far into my look back at what we've accomplished this year. If you're new to the channel and this all sounds like stuff you'd like to see, please think about subscribing. I'm very close to another milestone and I'd love to see you there. We also have extended cuts of many videos for channel members, so check that out if it interests you as well. To everyone else, thank you so much for making this year so great for my channel. Between the views, the likes, and the comments, it's been so rewarding being able to make all this content for everyone, and I'm just so pleased to hear from you. So once again, thank you all. Well everyone, that is where I am gonna leave it. Like I mentioned before, New Year's is my favorite holiday, so I am sincerely wishing you all a happy and safe one, and I'll see you all in January, ready for more. Thank you all so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you're looking forward for more. If you did, please consider subscribing. Drop me a like, let me know your thoughts, and I will see y'all in the next one. Take care.